What's going on, people, and welcome back to Word on the Corner. You understand? We're back again, yeah? Back our blood clot again. You understand? Obviously, yesterday I dropped the podcast, so I didn't drop Word on the Corner. But we are back again today with that Word on the Corner. You understand? So let's get into this one straight away, people. Now, last night, news broke that the Premier League clubs that were involved in the breakaway for the European Super League will be fined by UEFA and also fined by the Premier League for trying to form that breakaway league a few months back. Now, combined with the UEFA punishment, Arsenal's total fine for its role in trying to form a breakaway European Super League will total £10.3 million. Now, the Premier League are ready to hand out a further 20 million in fines, which will be divided between all 6 English clubs which were involved. So, not the best news coming out, you get me, when say the Cronky them don't really spend money like that, you get me? So you already know they're going to take it out of the club to pay that blood. So you understand? That's a bit of bad news, you get me? I don't know how that's going to affect our transfer plans for the window, but rightly fined as well, if we're being totally honest, you get me? Because they shouldn't have tried to do that fuckery, you understand? But yet again, who's going to suffer for it? The fans, blood, you get me? Because we ain't going to get what we want, you understand? So the other clubs that are involved, you get me, like Chelsea, United, Liverpool, City, it might not really affect them, blood, you get me? Because obviously their owners are also wallads because they try to cut, but their owners will spend, you get me? So who knows how that's going to affect us, but you get me? We have been fined by UEFA and the Premier League. A good bit of news for Arsenal coming out today. Andre Onana has had his ban reduced to 9 months. A statement from the Court of Arbitration reads: the Court of Arbitration for Sport has issued its decision in the appeal arbitration proceeding between Andre Onana and the Union of European Football Associations. Obviously that's UEFA. In relation to the decision issued by the UEFA appeals body on February 4th, 2021, in which Andre Onana was found to have committed an anti-doping rule violation, violation without significant fail. The panel of CAS arbitrators in charge of the matter partially upheld the appeal and reduced the period of ineligibility imposed on Andre Onana from 12 months to 9 months, commencing on February 4th, 21 and ending on November 3rd, 2021. In coming to this decision, the CAS panel has found that no significant fault could be attributed to Andre Onana, who had ingested medication destined for another person in error. On that basis, the panel considered that a 9-month ban was proportionate to the negligence committed and reduced the suspension by 3 months, but could not accept the goalkeeper's request for the removal of the suspension entirely. The CAS panel has issued its decision without the grounds, which will be notified to the parties in the coming weeks. So obviously, we've been linked with Andre Onana, the Dutch keeper. Well, not the Dutch keeper. Obviously, he plays for the Dutch side, Ajax. He's not Dutch, you get me? But you get me? That's a bit of good news there, because you get me? It looks like he can play in November if we were to sign him, so we don't have to put up with, you get me? I don't even know what's going on with Leno and them and there. Is Leno going to be here as well? Because Leno said he wants to cut as well, blood. You understand? So, but that is a bit of good news on the Andre Onana situation. The big news coming out of Arsenal today is that Granit Xhaka, now we already know about this wallad. He's been twerking for Mourinho since Mourinho went to Roma, and Chris Wheatley has reported that the former Arsenal captain, the current Switzerland captain, has agreed to a 5-year contract with Roma, and the fee is expected to be in the region of 18 to 20 million euros, and he will become a Roma player very soon. Now, I'd love to get thoughts on this from the Arsenal fans. For me personally, I'm happy with it. Good riddance. Since the man come to the club, we have not played in the Champions League. You understand? Obviously, he's not the key component of us not being in the Champions League, but he's a part of it. You understand? His mentality, his stupidness in the midfield, his up and down performances. You get me? Shout out Up and Down in NYC. If you know that's a lit rave. But you get me? He weren't lit, blood. You understand? We paid more for him than Kante. I remember my interview on AFTV, the last game of the season, 2015-2016 season, and I said, why are we signing Granit Xhaka when Kante is available? Kante was actually twerking for Arsenal at that time. You get me? He wanted the Arsenal move. He wasn't even thinking about Chelsea. But then we chose Granit Xhaka, blood. You get me? Man, we're talking about, he's linked with Bayern and da-da-da-da. And since he's come to Arsenal, Bayern ain't coming for him one time, blood. You understand? So Bayern, you get me? They bust case on that one, blood. And we got shot. You understand? Oh, I got shot. Can everyone stop getting shot? You understand? We got shot with it, blood. You get me? And we had to hold this wallad for nearly 5 years, blood. You understand? And for me, get me? Good riddance, blood. Let's go and get Basuma. I'm not hearing this Neves talk, yeah. Go and get Basuma because Neves is just Xhaka with a little more speed, blood. You get me? Nothing's really going to change. It's still possession based. We want Basuma because he brings a different dynamic, a different style to the midfield player. He's a man that can play on the turn. He can travel with the ball. He's got pace. He's not like a blowers, but he's quick with it, innit? You understand? And it will free up Partey to move, you get me, and do his box-to-box business, you understand? Neves is nothing's going to change, blood, innit? You understand? It's going to be the same fucking shit, blood. So for me, we need to be going for Basuma, blood, you get me? But, you understand? Granit Xhaka, thank you, you get me, let's be real, thank you for the 2 FA Cups that you was part of winning. And, yeah, that's about it, blood, you get me? News coming out of Manchester United. Now, apparently, Yang Arga flocked off. I can't even pronounce that name, blood. You get me? Apologies, bro, for butchering the name. Doing up Don Robbie right now. You understand? But Man United have reached an agreement with Jadon Sancho's camp on personal terms until 2026. Now, negotiations have started with Borussia Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund want 95 million for the English winger. But no agreement is in place as of yet. But, you get me, even though they don't need a Sancho because they got Bearman on the wing, that is a dangerous signing, you understand? And it shows you that United, you get me, they're trying to go again next season. You get me? Obviously, they're dying for a trophy. They're thirsty for a trophy. But because they are in the Champions League, they can attract this caliber of player, blood. Whereas us, you get me? The only reason where we could probably get Basuma is because he's leaving Brighton. If a bigger team came in for Basuma, we'd probably lose that, blood. You get me? Let's be totally real, bro. Kind of position we're in, you get me? We can't attract man like Sancho, bro. You get me? But you understand? It's looking like the Sancho deal is getting closer and closer, blood. You understand? AC Milan. Obviously, they had Fikayo Tomori on loan. And they will pay 28.5 million for the young Englishman. Milan are also negotiating with Giroud's agents, while Lazio are interested in a loan deal for Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Now, negotiations are still ongoing with Hakimi's agent, and PSG are still interested in the Inter Milan right back. So if Chelsea want to get that done, they're gonna have to get a move on. You understand? No word on Haaland at the moment, you get me? Nothing on that at the moment for the people, nothing to report on that. But we got a bit of news on Paul Pogba. Now, you already know his agent is a madman, Raiola. Every fan who has a player who is represented by Raiola fucking hates him, bro. You get me? And it's transfer season time, so you know Raiola's probably given Pogba a couple of things to say in the media. And Pogba has spoke. Well, he was questioned on his future by RMC Sport. And Pogba said to RMC Sport, "I have a year left on my contract. There are no concrete extension proposals as of yet. I'm still a Man United player. Contact with PSG. I have an agent that deals with all of that. I don't have Al Khalifi's number. So, you get me? Take what you want from that, Man United fans, you get me? Obviously, he has a year left on his contract. If they were going to sell, this would be the time to sell because, you get me, they could risk losing him on a free. They already got bumped when they sold him. They sold him for like 2 million or something. Then they had to pay 90 blood clot million for getting back. So, you get me? They don't want to lose out again. So, you get me, blood. But, you understand? Raiola's doing what he does every fucking transfer window, blood. Getting his players to wind up people, you get me? And finally, people, the Premier League announced that the 2021-22 season fixtures will be announced next Wednesday at 9 a.m. So all Premier League fans, look out next Wednesday at 9 a.m. for the fixtures to see who you will play on the opening day of the new season. That's all we got for you people for today. You understand? Big up everyone for tuning in again. You understand? And yeah, you get me. Still no news on Arsenal ins. Looks like a lot of outs. But we need to get some shit in. You get me? Because if we want to climb that ladder, we need to get players in. Because what's in there right now is not good enough. But big everyone that's tuned in again. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. And until Monday, because tomorrow I'm going to drop the podcast, you get me, part 2 of the Euro predictions. I also heard that I've got North Macedonia as my team from Don Robbie. You get me, I already said that North Macedonia could shock a few people. And you get me, obviously they're close to Kosovo. Big up my foster brother who is from Kosovo, and big up all my Albanians, you already know. But you get me, big up North Macedonia, that's my team. You get what you're given. It is what it is, blood. It was probably a setup, let's be fucking real. They tried to say because our troops don't live in England no more, let's give him some fuckery team, you understand? Well, fuck you lot same way, innit? But big up the fans, as usual. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Until Monday, man's out.